We want a mandatory anti-bullying programme for schools. But what we want is a community approach to that, where we can embed the whole sense of respect and civic responsibility in the community as well. So we'd like, for instance, a programme implemented at school level that might be recognised by some sort of badge or flag. But we want community members to buy into that in terms of getting the training themselves. Because we can't show children what correct behaviours are unless we're doing it ourselves. So that's what we're calling for. We need a national strategy in terms of all of this, and we need it on the side of buses, that, you know, being kind actually is good for public health. So that's what we're looking for.
For about 3 hours' time, it's 8 weeks since Ciara committed suicide. Ciara's death was linked to cyberbullying. Now, just to say a little bit about Ciara. Ciara was my daughter. She was a very outward-going girl. We did lots of things together. She was into football, sports in all sorts of disciplines. She was a member of the pony club. She had her own pony, and she was regularly out riding around the local community of Monahan. And I say 8 weeks ago, unfortunately, she took her own life by suicide. Now, it's a difficult subject to broach, suicide, but just recently I've been speaking with the National Anti-Bullying Coalition, and they seem to have a great approach, a holistic approach to trying to tackle this and to trying to improve things going forward. We can't obviously bring Ciara back, but I'd like to try and support, and I commend the work they've been doing over the last 18 months or so. Sterling work to try and eradicate, or try and bring programmes into schools and communities even to try and reduce the amount of bullying. I think we can probably say we see it every day around us, but as a parent myself, I don't think I'm fully equipped to even recognise bullying when it occurs. Anything they can do to educate parents, schools, or even children themselves to recognise bullying and to try and stamp it out, be open and honest, and reduce it, has to be a good thing. So I'm really here to support them in any way I can. And my being here today is really to put a face behind the words, and to show that Ciara was a real person. She was a lovely, active person, and I didn't understand why she committed suicide. So it's all about education, really, and to take a holistic approach, and they seem to be doing a great job, so I'm here to support them. We've talked a lot. There's a lot of scientific studies being done. It's about time we actually walked the walk a little bit more now, and started to put programmes in place where, as I say, we educate the whole community. We all take responsibility for this, not just say it's the kids, it's the aggressors, it's the people who are being bullied. We all need to sort of look into ourselves and say, we don't want to put up with this anymore, wherever we are. We need to do that. I was awake from 4 o'clock this morning. The whole last 8 weeks have been difficult, some days more than others. Some days you're up, some days you're down. Today, tough day. I'm not ashamed to say that I was crying this morning when I was thinking about Ciara. It was tough in the lecture room this afternoon. But if it brings and it heightens the awareness and something happens positive out of this for someone else to stop this happening to other families, then great. That's what I'm here for.
Well, Minister Quinn has stated that he will have an action plan on his desk at the end of November. That, no doubt, will be a review of the 1993 Department of Education guidelines on bullying. We'll have to wait and see really what comes from that. I think that that's, if you like, a milestone, but it's what happens after that. So we would like to collaborate and work alongside the department in terms of moving that along and adding to it and evaluating it. It's a work in progress.